continue to work from home, or you would bring people back to office?
Our intent is to continue to work from home because, it makes business sense. It suddenly gave us huge capacity to sell. Probably to sell that much, we would have to add another facility or something. Today, we have a huge capacity in the offices, which we can make use of selling more business to India. But yeah, I mean, that an issue apart, but our focus is to continue to work from home. We are actually looking at we have deployed that model in multiple geographies. In India, we are planning to deploy it in 2021 sometime, which we call it Max Hubs. And we are looking at creating hubs of, hybrid models in multiple sites that we have in India. We intend to do that. So yes, to your point, work from home will continue. Our target is that we continue as is, unless there is a particular client who, for either reasons of business criticality or any other reason, they intend to only work from brick and mortar focus. We might do that, but as far as our effort would be, we would continue to work from home.
Thank you very much, Kalpak. Thanks a lot. Do you allow bring your own device? And if so, what has been the experience?
That is what I briefly touched upon in my answer to the first question that you put across. BOID is an official policy now, and especially for all call center workers in our company. So during pandemic, we recruited about 2,000 people who brought their own devices. So we very well allow people to work to bring their own devices. Of course, there is a certain configuration that is needed, and another important part is that there is a strict IT protocol that needs to be observed by any employee, and there are programs that are loaded onto the employee's machine whereby the machine gets hardened and he or she is not able to use that machine beyond a certain protocol for his personal work. So that's the thing that we have implemented already.
Fantastic. And there's another question for Soma. How has been your hiring experience in the COVID days? How did you ensure effective training?
Yeah, it's been like business as usual. It has been seamless transition from having walk-ins into the office to having virtual job fairs, doing virtual interviews and virtual onboarding, and it's been quite successful, I would say. Training also, we use technology to do it. Initially, it was quite strange for the trainers to have 30 people on the screen and not knowing who is sleeping, who is paying attention, who is interested and not interested. But then now these breakout rooms have come in, all of that, whether it is Teams or Zoom, etc. And we've gotten better at how to manage a virtual classroom. So even training has been quite effective. And like Kalpesh was saying, that we are operating at similar yield ratios from hiring into training graduation, and then the 90-95% productivity once a person starts working. So it must have taken us 3-4 weeks to sort it out, but we've hired large numbers of people, around 10,000 in the last 12 months, and it's been working well.
That's fantastic. And there's one more question, which is, was there the organization design change required to introduce work from home? Now, any of you who would like to answer that?
I don't think so, that there was a design change, because you only have changed the method of delivery or place of delivery. Every other mechanism in the organization remains same. Your own same cadence of your productivity reviews, same cadence of your employee engagement activities. Probably the focus was more on connect, communicate, and engage with people. many organizations might have invested more in how to engage with people, deploy more resources to connect with people, because now you have difficulty in getting and gathering everybody in one room and connecting with them. That's the only thing that would have happened, but I don't believe that organizations would have gone and changed in the org design for this purpose. But that's my thought.
Yeah, I agree. I think in the beginning, when the training was not working out, we thought about reducing the classroom size and reducing the spans. But now it's all back to where we used to be. Nothing has been changed from a design perspective.
Yeah, and Prashant, just to add to what Kalpak and Soma said, see, the BPO industry, by its sheer nature, is heavily dependent on client demands, and a lot of things about every process, the way we work, right from billing onwards, right from the structure and design onwards, they are defined by a client in most cases. And that obviously has not changed. So therefore, to your point, I don't think there has been a significant or a material org design change or structure change in view of COVID. Yes, we did change the practices, we did take the new initiatives, and of course, we reacted and acted. That's a different story. But there was no hard organization structural change that happened as a result of COVID, but for the enhanced focus on digital capability and creating little bit of intense digital organization. That's what I would say.
That's fantastic.